This is another part of the deception, because sometimes we go through different experiences, and because we are still alive, we think that it didn't break us. How do you know when you're broken from a certain relationship? You have broken and you have damage. When you find that you start losing parts of yourself, you know you are broken. For example, what if you're a man who used to treat women with care? You used to be in a certain way with them, right? After a certain devastating relationship, now guess what? You want to know, treat everybody the same way as how you were treated with that person. That is a form of being broken, right? Because you cannot get to hurt back this woman that hurt you. So now you see every other woman as a representation of the one that hurt you. So you feel, again, you feel emotionally satisfied to know that you did back this to this woman. It's not that it's justifying back this situation, or it brings a balance, but the ego feels that way. And this is why we go and destroy people for that reason. If you never used to drink, right? If you never used to smoke, but you find that after this relationship, you start taking on these habits, yes, you're broken, you're hurt. It lowers your standards. You find that you start having sex with some people you would never have sex with in your right mind. These are signs to let you know that you are hurt. Your spirit is broken, so therefore these things will be lowered. So you have to do what? You have to go and rebuild your image in the image of the Most High. You have to go back and rebuild your principles, rebuild your standards, rebuild your morality, and be established in them, so you don't go back to the old ways that you are familiar with. And this is something we struggle with a lot, because the memory is affecting our current experiences. If you're accustomed to a person who is an adulterer, say you spend a long time with that person, even though this relationship ends, guess what? You're now with this new person who is established in righteousness, who is not into these type of things. But guess what? Anything that involves another woman or another man, you will perceive as what? Some form of signs of adultery, even when there are no signs. The perception, because it's coming from a place that it is familiar with in the memory, and it comes back all over to here. And guess what? Because this is already divided in two. The mind is divided in two parts. Things you like, things you don't like. So guess what? How does adultery appear in your mind? Don't like. So now you're going to do what? Have a reaction to that. The person doesn't have to be an adulterer. But guess what? It is perceived because of what has been stored in this memory.